bringing standards back to the game. We're not here to hype up the hottest rappers. We represent good music. If you're good, you're good. If you're whack, you're whack. If you want the real, this is where it's at. Welcome to Real Rap.
It's the real hip hop. The real hip hop.
Welcome to Real Rap. I'm Bear.
TJ.
That Cash.
In this month's albums, we got Nasir, The Carters, Everything Is Love, Kanye, The Great, Ye, Chi-Town Stand Up, shout out to the city,
Sit down.
J-Rock, Redemption, Drizzy, I don't know, whatever the name of his album was.
Wow.
We got Drake,
He said arachnid.
love songs in C minor. We got Drake, Scorpion, and for the classic, this is a classic now. It's a classic then. Was it ever a classic? I don't know who this guy is. Never heard of this guy. Never seen this guy. Probably no one else probably ever seen him again after this album. We got J. Rue, The Damager, The Sun Rises in the East. Probably supposed to be a Wu-Tang. He just didn't make it.
Yeah, that fell.
All right, let's start out with Nasir. Let's get into your boy, your GOAT, Nasir Jones, Nas and Nasir. So what did you think about the album? This your guy right here.
I didn't know, believe it or not, because I like Kanye too. I got Kanye in my top 5 as well. So producing the album, I didn't know if their style would actually even blend together, but it came out a lot better than I thought. And it actually kind of made me sad that he went along with the whole 7-song thing that Kanye did for him and Pusha. I was like, man. You should have been more songs. Yeah, like you should have did a full album, man. You're not signing good music. Like do your own thing. But it turned out well for me. I like it. He always, as always, came with a message, which is crazy because he's with Nicki, I heard. So it's like
It was.
okay, good, because that kind of goes against a little bit of his message. Like
Good.
Yeah, well,
I
I
think
mean,
shots at the Queen, man.
she cool, just not for Nas. I mean, just you stick with Meek and guys like that. I mean, Nas that's a bad look. I mean, he done told women not to be plastic, not to be fake, and better yourself and body yourself, embrace your natural beauty, and you're a queen. And then you get with somebody that's full of plastic and silicone. Like that's stupid.
Wow.
I don't know. But I mean, glad that's over. Everybody's passed out, had bad moments in life. Do your thing. Great album though. I mean.
That might have been a good look for Nas at this point in
I
time.
don't know, Khalees is better.
I think her milkshake's being a lot more boys than Khalees.
Yeah, taking a lot of his bank too, unfortunately.
So what do you think?
I enjoyed this album. This was a very good album. Nice. It was put together nice. I thoroughly enjoyed this album. I enjoyed pretty much every album that Nas have had. I pretty much listened to all his albums, but this one was good. It was a little different from some of the stuff I had heard from him, but he rocked it well. I mean, Nas is Nas, one of the greatest to do it. So I enjoyed it. It was good.
I didn't feel as much as these guys did. Nas is in my top 5. He's one of the best lyrical rappers of all time. But I don't know if the mesh with him and Ye really went as well as Dark Cat thought. I didn't really agree with that. I don't know. We just have to get into the track list and let me really elaborate on why I felt that way. But I didn't feel as good as they did about it. So my score might reflect something different than what they say. Let's get into the track list. Not for radio.
It was a couple lines in here I like. And the second verse of the song, I want to actually nominate for verse of the year. I think he went on that one, but I think this song sets the tempo of the album. And he said, "Shoot the voters' ballot box. No voting. They all a fraud." I like that. I like that because coming into the election for, this year, the whole thing was picking the lesser of two evils. I feel like if you consider both people evil, don't vote. That's...
It's not worse.
Yeah, there's no such thing as worse. Like, if they both evil, most likely they work together anyway, especially in politics. So, and he said, "Who y'all comparing me to is nonsense." Like, and that's true.
What did you?
I don't know who he's referencing when he says that, but I feel like if you compare him to anybody outside of your top five, it probably is nonsense. Like, I don't think he should be compared to the people in this generation. I think he's proven he's done more than that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go somewhere else.
Nah, it wasn't nobody, Nah, that's a good comparison. That's a good comparison. But as far as anybody who came after their era, nah, he shouldn't be compared to any of these guys. I think they maybe at the end of their careers you can go back and something like that, but not right now.
I like this song. I thought it was he was speaking some facts, like you said about the ballot, but he's speaking the truth on it. I love the hook. I like the hook on the song. I'm glad Puff Daddy only talked. I'm glad he didn't do any type of verse, any type of nothing. I hate when he's on anybody's song trying to rap, but he didn't do anything. He did just enough. He was perfect for the end. I like the way they, end the song. So it was cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay. I liked with the whole Diddy thing. When Nas first came on, he said Esquire season at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I was like some hate me now type shit.
I swear I thought that's what it was going on. I was like, oh man.
So I was kind of geeked. So I was like, okay, Diddy on here, Diddy talking this shit. And then the first verse, it was cool. And he said the same line.
Yeah.
I put that out.
Okay.
Calm and thoroughly, they try. Hyman Roth me. John Fitzgerald me. The industry never bought me. JFK, they tried to kill him, tried to assassinate him, but
yeah.
It didn't work. He made some very bold and questionable statements in this too. When he said John Hanson was not the first black president.
Yeah.
And then
Repeat that.
Yeah. And the whole dollar, is it $2 bill? I don't remember which exact bill it was on, but they show a little picture of him. He does look black on there. And I didn't really know why Nas denied it. I feel like that's a good thing if he was the first black president.
Yeah.
Then he said
he might have been talking about it was previous presidents that were black that no one wanted to acknowledge or something, or they tried to hide. Just like how he said, who did he say was like a fraud or something, or a myth?
They said Willie Lynch.
Willie Lynch
was a myth.
Yeah.
He said Edgar Hoover was black. But
well, I mean, a lot of stuff, the Freemasonry, they hide stuff really well. Mozart was actually black. If you look at real pictures of Mozart, Mozart was black, and they put him in the
We don't want that, though. We don't want to claim Edgar Hoover. The things that he did, all the dirty shit that he did, even if he was black, let them keep that. We don't want that on our resume.
But you know what, though? I feel like that only amplifies how bad he truly was, because it's like, well, damn, if you were black and you did that, then it's some people on our side that really fucked us over in history, you know what I mean? And
then he said the Colombians created crack. That was kind of deep.
Yeah.
I like the hook. You like the Diddy talking. I kind of wish he would shut up. I wasn't really feeling. I thought he. On the same thing with the Nipsey thing. I like the Nipsey song, but Diddy talking messed it up.
I was glad that was all.
That's all he did was talk.
Yeah.
I wish he would just said whatever he said in the beginning.
Just let it alone.
Except for the outro.
Mm-hmm.
I like the outro. I like how they ended it.
That's what I'm saying.
But the rest of the part and I didn't really like
it.
Yeah, that's why I thought the song was okay. Cop shot the kid.
Song of the year. Song of the year nominee. This for 7 songs to start off back to back like this for me, I was like, this is going perfect. I think in Nas' part, he has so many quotables. The part where he talked about kneeling for Kaepernick, this is why we're still kneeling. You know what I mean? I think Kanye killed the production on this. And at first, I listened to it twice because the first time I was like, the cop shot the kid, the cop shot the kid. I was like, you really gonna cut the entire track down to 5 words and repeat that the entire time? I'm like, that was a terrible idea. And then that scream at the end, I was like, oh, okay. So I rewinded it, and I was like, this is what he wanted them to feel. The people, when it's time of social injustice, the people who always turn the other cheek, or the people who don't stand with black people, or the people that's usually like, when a cop points a gun at a guy and he says, I don't have a weapon. The people, instead of yelling at the cop, don't shoot, the people who are yelling, stop resisting, shit like that, those people, he made this beat for them. And that's the genius to Kanye. It's like a subliminal, like, it's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's supposed to make you feel guilty. You're supposed to be bothered by that. You're supposed to be moved by that. He wants you to feel that shit. And I felt that shit after that. I was like, this is perfect. I want this to be that way. That scream at the end, that's supposed to bother you. You know what I mean? Because that's, okay, granted, it's just a song and what they made, but this represents a real life situation. So that's somebody's kid or brother or father, whatever the case may be, getting shot. You know what I mean? And that's actually happening then there, at least on a monthly basis with a national headline story, and no one's doing anything about it, no one's saying anything about it. So, to have that constantly being drilled in your head, like you need to feel that shit. And I think that was actually a great idea that I didn't catch the first time. I just thought it was kind of repetitive, like that's going to be kind of annoying. But as I heard, I got the concept and I went back and listened to it, I was like, I love that shit. That was a great idea.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
You catch all that.
I liked it. It was cool.
It wasn't bad.
It was cool though. I liked it. I actually liked Kanye's verse. He sounded like the old
Yeah.
That's what I liked. It was like,
he went in.
Dang, this the one I used to used to love to listen to. You know what I'm saying? I loved his verse. I like Nas' verse. I like the hook. I did like the hook because in a way, like you were saying, how it's repetitive. I like that. That was what I liked. Even though you said it was kind of getting to you. I enjoyed that because, like you said, to me it needed to be said over.
It needed to be said. Drill that shit home.
Because, and then I felt like it was more of how you see it on the news, how you see how they shot him. That's how I was hearing it.
Yeah.
They killed him. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it, but it was cool. It wasn't all that to me. But Kanye did his thing, and his verse and production. It was cool. It was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I like the Slick Rick sample. The Cop Shot to get that was Slick Rick.
Yeah.
But I felt like when Nas started rapping, I feel like it should stop. I kind of feel like it kind of outdrowned Nas a little bit. Like it was too loud. If you would have you could still set it, but he could like turn it down a little bit. Because it was kind of going up. So when I listened to it, I'm really kind of listening to it to try to hear what Nas is really saying. But I thought Nas' verse was the first verse was cool. He said, "Together we'll be strong, but forever we divide."
Yeah.
That was deep. And then he said, "White kids are brought alive, black kids get hit."
It was at least 5. Yeah.
I heard that one. Yo.
Yeah.
And then the cap line. You already said the cap line. And then I thought Ye verse was okay. He said, he said, tell them, who do we call to report crime if 911?
It's the ones, yeah.
The one that rap by.
Yeah.
Woo! And then he said, talking big shit, ready to die. I thought that was fine. That was nice. That was oh yeah, like he said. White label.
I thought it was alright. I felt like it was like a little higher class thing. Stuck his chest out a little bit. It was kind of bragging. It was like, you know, a little bit materialistic, maybe a little flossing, and you know, it was alright. It wasn't like he didn't really go in on anything. He just kind of.
I thought both of the verses was kind of like.
Yeah, on this song, this was the least song I liked on the album. So I said it was cool, but that was right.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I like when he said, laying on most expensive beds, still losing sleep. That was kind of
damn. Yeah,
he said, more money, more problems, huh?
Yeah.
Bonjour?
I felt like it was a little bit better than the White Label, but it was kind of the same concept, just like, you know, toast to the good life, living it up, you know, just what us ballers can do, type shit, like, you know.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. I like, you know, the kind of bragging that Nas was doing.
Yeah.
You don't really hear him do that. I thought it was dope. I would rather he had somebody else on the hook. I liked the hook. Yeah.
I liked him, man. His name was long as shit. The world famous Tony Williams.
Yeah, he sounded weird to me.
I liked it.
And I just wish we could have had somebody else on the hook, but I liked the hook. The hook was dope. And then I like when he said she didn't see me coming. Now she's an eyewitness. I like that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? That's what's
Watching hard,
yeah, the nasty shit.
Yeah, you know, that's me. I'm just a nasty man.
Wasn't nasty Nas, nasty Nas. Yeah, this song was okay. So once again, I thought all three verses was kind of white.
Yeah.
I like how he put a little French in there. You know, Nas is educated. He said, "La c'est bon temps, roula." I don't even know if that sounds right, but it said, "Let the good times roll."
Oh,
that's
okay.
I know a little bit. No, I don't. I looked it up. And he said, "You wealthy when your kids are bringing better than yours."
Yeah.
I thought that was deep, and that's also true. And as a parent, you always want that anyway.
For them to have a better life than you guys.
Right. So I connected to that, and I liked the world famous Tony verse, man. Tony Williams, man. Shout out, man. TWFTW.
yeah, he gonna have to give me some more.
You wasn't feeling that? I'm fucking with you, Tony. Everything.
Everything. It was a little bit long to me. I think the dream kind of. I wasn't really feeling the dream too much. I think Nas did his thing. I like everything Nas did about it. I like the beat. Dream's good production wise, but sometimes when he produces a song and then he's featured on it as well, he can mess you up with his features. He don't mess up his songs, but he. Back in the day with Drake, he messed up a couple of his features with Drake too. I mean, the Dream, I wasn't really feeling him too much on this song. But as far as the production and, you know, what Nas did, it was a pretty good song to me.
This is my favorite song on the album. I enjoyed this one. I think Dream was dope. I think Kanye was nice. I think all of that meshed. It was the most powerful song to me on the album as well. He said something. Some people probably have everything they ever wanted in life, but still never have enough. I thought that was legit. The future is us. Yet every citizen is in prison. I thought that was deep because I'm thinking physically, mentally, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, we can really do things and handle things, but everybody's in prison. Yeah. As far as us in some type of way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is my favorite song on the album. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I have to agree. This is also my favorite song on the album.
My first house, 11,000 square feet mansion. It was haunted by dead rich whites. Mad a nigga bought his crib to hang up pictures of black Christ. Circular driveways, black cars, and black ice.
It's kind of the only song song that I liked.
Nah, it's like
I kind of liked it, but it's like certain parts that made it like cool. It was more than okay. I got like different categories for it. So like cool is like in the middle between liked and okay.
Yeah.
And this song fit that. All the other songs I thought was okay. But I like the pre-hook, the hook, the post-hook, and then they had another hook before that.
yeah, they did that thing with this one. Yeah.
And then like this is the Nas I like the way he rapped on this particular song. This
This is very
Nas.
Nas.
This is what I like, and this is one I've been waiting for. Like this is the 5th track in. That's why my score is probably gonna be different than everybody else's. I like he kind of gave you a shout out. He said, "Listen, vultures, I've been shackled by the Western culture." You always say culture vultures by the Western, which is the white people. He gave you a little shout out. You said culture vulture on probably every episode. And Drake's coming up pretty soon, so I'm probably gonna make another reference. Then I did the same quote that you said. And then I thought the second verse, he spit real shit on there.
Yeah.
He said, a parent hates to watch his baby's face taking his first immunization shot.
Yeah.
And I remember that when your baby first get the shot, and like you can't do nothing about it, and then they look at you for help, but like you can't do nothing, you like feel so hopeless.
It's all
They start crying. It's
like, why would you just let them do this?
Right.
Like, yeah. Like,
that's what he says. So why'd you let them inject me?
yeah.
So I got really connected to that. Okay, we all experienced it. I thought the third verse was okay. And I wish like the album had more songs like this particular song.
It's crazy too, because he's mentioned that before on Stillmatic. You know, doctors injecting the infants with the poison. Like he's against vaccines. Like he's mentioned that in the past as well. So for him to bring that back up at a time where now people are getting more, hip to the idea of like, what we should and shouldn't be trying to do. He's bringing that back up, and I was like, this is a really big time to see people say, like, you probably should research what you're doing before you let them do that. You know what I mean? Because, personally, me with my son, like, he got his first couple, but he doesn't have all of them. Like, after that, I was like, wait a minute, no, we're not doing this no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Adams and Eve.
I like this one. It was different for me. I think this is the one that was. I think this might have been the one that was about his parents. I can't remember offhand, but he was just talking about like the story between man and woman and everything like that. This was. It kind of reminds you a little bit of old Nas too. It kind of a little bit of storytelling. It wasn't that long of a song, but it was to the point. For me, I think from White Label and Bonjour, I think everything in Adam and Eve was picking it back up because from the first two songs. For me, it was like really big. So I think these last two songs were picking it back up, and I was like, all right, well, we're not falling down. And it was a good song. I like it overall.
Oh, this song was okay. This song was okay to me. I like the track, but the song was okay. I like when he said, "Great hears of wisdom." That means you've seen something, so say something. I did like that because he pretty much telling the old heads, stop letting these young guys just do whatever, say whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of,
do your job.
Yeah,
do your job.
Handle business. You know what I'm saying? I did like that verse, but this song was okay. I like the track though.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I kind of feel like almost all the songs. I thought it was okay. First and second verse was okay. I like the third verse though, and I like the hook. And then I like when he said, "There's always room at my table. Insecurities is keeping you disabled."
That's deep.
And that was on the third verse, but the other two verses were alright. And the last song of the longest album, of the 7 songs, Simple Things.
It was sweet and to the point, but I think it was still a good way to end the album. It was only 2 minutes, but it was still enough. It wasn't like I know we were saying in last month a lot of people were blowing their opportunity to end the album on a good note. I think this one he still did his thing. You know what I mean?
I feel like you think he did his thing on every song.
Nah, I mean
even if the song wasn't that good, he still did his thing.
I mean, that's what Nas do though.
Yeah, I mean,
he handled music. I agree with you as far as
Yeah.
the way he finished. I like this song. I like the track was smooth. This was a Nas like track. You know what I'm saying? I like his first verse the most though. He said, "Never sold a record for the beat. It's my verses. It's my verses they purchase.
Yeah.
Without production, I'm worthless. But I'm more than the surface." That shit was hard. That was like the hardest thing I heard him say on the whole album. So, like I think he finished well too. I think that was a nice finish to the album.
And I like the fact you brought that up because it's a lot of people where even earlier this year we've gone through albums and we're like, I like the beat and like so he was just like,
He was saying
no matter what the song is, you're gonna like me more than you like this beat.
Yeah.
Granted, I can't rap without one, but
yeah,
that's never gonna be the situation where that's all you like about my song.
Exactly.
So.
I'm bigger than the track.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
It's okay.
I like the beat when it first dropped, but then it went somewhere else like after that. So I didn't really care for it that much. I like when he said, "Want me to sound like every song in the top 40? I'm not for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You not for me. You bored me. I drop line prestigious. Schools read to their students." And Nas actually has a class at Harvard.
Yeah.
And they go through Illmatic.
Oh,
and they
wow.
teach it in school.
I don't know what university, but Tupac actually. There's a class that has some stuff on Tupac as well. I don't know what school, but I heard about that.
But that's pretty big to get your album and have a whole class.
Well, you know he has a scholarship program. Like he has a foundation where he's like, yeah. I think it might. Don't quote me on this one. I think it might actually be named after W.E.B. Du Bois.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's got like a scholarship foundation where, you know what I mean, every year they might pick like 1 or 10 or I think it might just be 1, but you know what I mean, and they hook somebody up with a scholarship, so I think that's dope too.
Alright, so that wraps it up. We'll give the scores. Anybody wanna go first? We're gonna let you go last.
Alright.
I gave it a 7.
Oh, okay.
I gave it a 7.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't bad at all. Just Nas, not saying I'm giving it to him because of who he is, but no, he did what he do. Yeah. He handled business, and I just feel like maybe it was a little too short. And then, like I said, he handled his business on the tracks for what they were, but you know they wasn't really what I'm used to hearing from him. But it was dope. It was cool. I gave it a 7.
What you used to, the beach one?
It wasn't, yeah. Those wasn't tracks that I'm used to hearing him on, so kind of threw it off.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You don't think that Kanye Nas that was like a good match?
Not a whole album. Not a whole album.
Like
No.
a song or two.
Yeah, a few of those songs was cool, but not a whole album.
I agree. I didn't really like the match of the two. I put Miles on a real high pedestal, so like some of the verses weren't really on point as like I like, except for that on the 5th song. If all his verses were like that,
Yeah.
like I said, I would have given it a higher score. But I thought it was alright. It wasn't trash. It wasn't bad. And I gave it a 6.
Okay. For this album to start the way it did with the first 2 songs for me, and then it had a really good song in the middle with everything where even though I didn't like The Dream, I think Nas and Kanye both went off on their verses, and for it to end well, you know, with simple things and the quotables he had in that song, I felt like, I mean, the only song that I was like, was White Label. Because even Bonjour, it was still kind of classy to it. It was like a little, you know, chill out type vibe. So I mean, for 6 out of 7, I gave it an 8. I mean, it wasn't a classic. It wasn't perfect. I mean, 'cause it's a classic you can't skip through, and I wasn't too fond on White Label. It was just okay. But other than that, I didn't really see too many weak spots in the album. So even with me not liking The Dream, I mean, it was still Nas' album, and Nas and you know Kanye on the production part, they did their part. So I gave it an 8.
The reason why my score is lower, I feel like if you do 7 songs, I don't think you can really mess up or have an alright
Yeah, you probably
song
gotta
on
nail it.
7. Because that gives you a greater, you know, the less of the songs, the best you should be, I think.
Yeah.
The more songs, you're going to have some misses.
Yeah.
But 7 songs, I feel like everyone should have been hidden, like the 5th song. Next album, we're going to get into the king and queen of the world. We're not talking London, we're talking about here in the USA. We got Young Hov and Queen B, the second best couple in the world, behind me and my wife.
I was waiting. I knew you was gonna say somebody. I was just waiting to see who.
The Carters.